Hi, welcome back to RAIYATHEBLOGGESS.com. I know it's been a while and I have not done a video for you guys in such a long time, but I recently had a conversation with someone and over the past couple of days, and we were kind of discussing my writing and my blogging, and they were just telling me like how awesome my writing style was, and the fact that I could really go so far with it and be successful with it if I push it in the right direction. And I thought about it, and the thing about my writing is it comes and it goes. It's my love, it's my heart, it's my passion, but I have to be in a certain place, mindset, space with the writing in order for it to come the way that I need it to come. Because I'm very particular about my writing and my style, and when I publish things, I'm really particular about the delivery and the message that comes across. So if I don't feel like it's something that I'm connected to, then I definitely don't push it forward. But from this specific person who's very important in my life and holds a lot of weight in my life, they were just saying, RaiYA, you've got to be more consistent with your writing and do more with it, and you have the talent and you have to use it. And so it's something that I've definitely been thinking about more, and I'm gonna try to do better with being more consistent with it and bringing it to you guys more and regularly and on a consistent basis, because I don't know how many people that it's touching out there, and I don't know how many people are reading it or how many people are in tune to the things that I have to say or my opinions, but I have to believe that it touches somebody, and it affects somebody, and it can help make the difference between a decision that you make or a decision that you don't, and a situation that you go through versus a situation that you won't. So I have to believe that God has given me this gift and this talent, and that it has to be beneficial and it has to touch somebody. So why not do it? So here I am, again, coming to you live, giving you a video of just some things that are on my mind. And if I'm being honest, I recently went through a situation with somebody, an individual, a man, a guy, in which seemed like would be very great and beneficial to my life. And the thing about relationships and situations that you get yourself into is you invest so much of yourself and so much of your time because you think that things are going to work out, and you hope that things work out, and you want things to work out and then they don't, and you're hurt, and then there's pain, and then there's anger, and then the person that you spent all this time getting to know is just a stranger to you all over again. And sometimes it's a hard situation to adapt to, and it's a hard pill to swallow, and it's a hard concept to grasp, because it's like I've dedicated my life and I've invested myself in this situation, and it just all for nothing, and I'm going to be honest when I say that I was involved with this guy, and I can't say that from the beginning that I was 100% in, because I was really into myself and self-absorbed, and I was really in a happy place with where my life was at the time. And we started spending more time and started hanging out a little bit more, and a person grows on you, and he seemed to be such a gentleman, and he was nice, and it just seemed like he had it all together, and just kind of reeled me in, and before you know it, I was, oh gosh, wanting to be with this guy. And he seemed as though he wanted to be with me. These were things that he was saying to me, and he was making the attempt and putting forth the effort and really showing me things that I should have seen if someone really wanted to be with you. It was really hard for me after a while, because I went away for some work, and I was gone for about 2 months, and it was really hard in the situation because, you know, there was so much space, and we were just pretty much brand new, and it was just something that happened, and, you know, you have to deal with it, and you don't know how you're going to deal with it because you really don't know each other. You're still getting to know. But we made it through. I came back home, and I can honestly say now, looking back, because hindsight is always 20/20, right? That I made a decision to take a step backwards in my life and revisit something that should have never happened, and it then confused me, and I began to second guess my feelings and where I was and what I wanted, and I just didn't know if I was ready to move forward with him and start something new, and so I just kept pushing him away and pushing him away and pushing him away and pushing him away, and it was like, you know, tennis, and just, you know, just wasn't ready. And after a while, about, you know, a month or so, I just asked myself, I'm like, you know, RaiYA, why aren't you ready? You know, why don't you want to be with someone that wants to be with you and that cares for you and that, you know, wants to be a part of your life and, you know, your daughter's life, and wants to give you everything that you've always ever wanted, but you just always want it with the wrong person? Why don't you want to be with this guy? And I couldn't answer that question, and that's when I kind of knew that, you know, there's no reason why I don't want to be with this guy. I'm just afraid. I'm scared. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to subject myself to more pain. And when you open yourself up to love someone and put yourself in that situation to where you're vulnerable, then that is a risk that you take, and I was afraid. And but by that time that I decided that I felt like I wanted to be with the guy, he had kind of withdrawn from me, pulled away, and it was just really cold, and he wasn't the same. He wasn't the same guy that I had grown to love and care about. And I asked him, I said, you know, is it somebody else? Is it somebody that you're interested in? Is it somebody that you're seeing? Is it somebody else that you know, dedicated yourself to? You know, I just didn't understand it because he was just so different, so cold to me. And, you know, he says, RaiYA, no, it's nobody else. I'm just not there right now mentally. I'm just not there with the relationship. You know, you just took such a long time, and I'm just not there. And, you know, I felt like, okay, you're going to lose out, girl. You better step up, and you got to, you know, put this effort in because you're going to lose him. And I didn't want to lose him. So, you know, I started to apply myself and really go after this guy and what I wanted. And he just kept pulling away, and I'm pushing, and he's just pulling, and I'm pushing, and he's pulling, and I'm pushing, and he's pulling. And I didn't understand it because I was thinking, you know, for you to have loved me the way that you said you loved me and wanted to be with me the way that you said that you wanted to be with me not only a few weeks ago, how can you not want to do any of this now, you know? And it just, we never could get back to that point where we were on the same page and wanting the same things. It became really complicated after a while. And then a situation started presenting itself to me, and a person started to reappear or appear, and I started seeing little red flags of an ex-girlfriend, and I thought to myself, like, oh my God, like, this is history repeating itself with a different person. Like, what in the fuck is the deal with men and their ex-girlfriends? They cannot let go. But I asked him, and he said it was nothing, and it wasn't serious, and they were still cool. And it was nothing, you know, RaiYA, you're overreacting, it's nothing, it's not that, it's me, it's not that. And fast forward, moving 5 months down the line, you know, I would still see things sometimes, and I'd question him, and, you know, he'd always try to give me excuses or defend the situation and make me think that it wasn't something that it was. And come to find out, this whole time, he had been seeing both of us. And at the end of the day, it was very hurtful because when it comes to history with guys, you cannot compete, you cannot compare. And no matter how much I'd given myself, how much of myself that I'd given and how much I had invested in the situation, and how great I tried to be, and how much of myself I tried to offer to him, it was just never enough. It was never enough. It was something about this girl that he could not let go of. I don't know if it was the fact that it was 4.5 years. I don't know if it was the fact that they have history that I don't know about, or the fact that, you know, she has a hold on him. I don't know what it was, but it's hard for me to think that when God gives you somebody in your life, you know, and when you move on with life and you meet new people, and you find out that the new person that he's given you or has blessed you with in your life is there for a reason. They're there to help you grow, and they're there to help possibly make you a better person, and they're there to offer you things that you weren't afforded in past relationships. And yeah, it may be rocky, and it may not be all great and smooth sailing, and it may have its ups and downs, but the bigger picture is, do I enjoy spending time with this person? Does this person make me happy? Can I be myself with this person? Can I trust this person? Can I see myself having a future with this person? Is it somebody that I'm compatible with? Do we have commonalities, common interests? What are things that she likes that I enjoy? You know, is it somebody that I can grow with, that I can build a partnership with? Is it somebody that will have my back, that will support me no matter what? Is it somebody that I can trust to always be there? Is it somebody that I can just share things with, share good and bad things in my life, somebody that I can bring home into my family, somebody that I can trust around my friends, somebody that I can trust with my life? And I feel like that if you can answer yes to these questions, why would you turn away? You know, why would you go back? Why would you risk losing all of these great things for something that you've had for years but never worked? I don't understand it. I don't think that it takes a long time for guys to know whether they want to be with you or not. It doesn't take, like women, it takes us, you know, we have to sit down, we have to get to know you, we have to go through the whole motion of seeing what you're like, and getting a feel for you, and doing all this other stuff, and it's a feeling that we have. With men, when it comes down to women, it's like, you know, pretty much within the first week whether you can see yourself dating this woman, or you know within the first week and a half to a month, maybe a little longer, whether you can marry this woman. I don't know. I don't know. And sometimes it makes me check myself, like, okay, you know, you're getting older, and, you know, I'm a catch, okay? What you heard, I'm a catch. All this other stuff, hey, I'm a catch. So, no, but seriously, it's a hurtful thing sometimes when you don't know what it is that stops them from choosing, or not choosing you, but making you the priority in their life, and causing you the pain. And I don't know, it's just a harsh reality to deal with. But you know, it's the most difficult part about dealing with things like this is, you know, you invest your heart, and I loved him, you know. It wasn't, and how I know it was real, because it wasn't a fly by night kind of love. It was a gradual love. But the more that I grew to love this person, or I knew that I loved him, I had a better appreciation for it, because coming from a situation where you're investing so much of yourself and the other person doesn't give shit, it makes you appreciate someone that comes into your life that does reciprocate. Because at the time, you know, at some point in time in our involvement, you know, he did reciprocate feelings, and I didn't question it. I didn't question it the whole time. I didn't second guess it the whole time. I felt like a part of it was real. It was very real, but I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened, but I don't know at what point we got to the space where it changed for the worse. Like, everything that I saw in this girl, speaking for him, like, everything that he saw in me that made him value me and respect me and love me the way that he did, and talk about marriage and being in my life, and like, what about me changed? What in that situation changed to where you didn't see me that way any longer? That was the question that I had for a minute, and I just couldn't process it. It's really hard, but we went through some things together that made it very hard for me, and I can't say that in going through these things that I had the real support that I needed from him, which was also very hurtful. And you just sometimes, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why things unfolded the way that they did, but I just have to know that it happened for a reason, and God is protecting me from something or saving me for somebody that is the one, or saving me for the one that He has for me, which is crazy as it sounds. I thought it was this guy. Like I said, I could have seen myself being his wife and spending the rest of my life, with him, because he presented himself as that guy. And yeah, it's just funny how life unfolds. But the thing about it is, when people make mistakes and things happen and situations turn bad, and it's no longer where it used to be, or it's no longer what you know anymore. I don't know. I truly believe in that fairy tale kind of love still, like the Love Jones kind of ending, where, he messes up and he realizes, like, oh my God, I'm going to miss out on the love of my life. Like, I don't want to live without her. I don't want to be without her. And he does everything and embarrasses himself pretty much to get her back, Or the Notebook of it all, where Noah just spent every part of himself trying to get back to the person that he felt like he was meant for. Like, I know my caliber of woman. I know the kind of woman that I am. And it's like, I don't know. I'm just waiting for that guy. And I don't know if he'll ever show up, but or ever set his pride aside long enough to not want to let me go, I don't know if he exists, but I sure hope he does, because that would be just great. That would be beautiful, and it's wonderful. And I know that I'm being sentimental right now and giving you the soft side of me, but it's real. It's real life, and people go through things, and things happen, and it definitely changes your perspective. And the older that you get and the more that you grow, you're able to put aside your pride, and you're able to just be real with yourself and to be real with the people that you love, and say, all this, I don't want to be without you. I love you, and I'll do anything to make it right. Let's try it again. It takes a real mature adult, a real man, a real woman, to put her pride and her ego aside to be able to do that for somebody that they love. And it's almost like you lose hope in people because you don't know if that'll ever happen. But I guess that's where your faith and your belief comes in, and just trusting that, you know, you'll see the beauty in it all in the end. And I don't know, we'll see. But it was a very hurtful situation. Took a lot out of me emotionally. And it, I don't know. So it is what it is now. I mean, it's over. It's past. The situation is done. I'm not subjecting myself to any more pain at this point. But you know, the question is always like, when do you ever know that it's real? When do you ever know that it's genuine? When do you know that it's for real this time? You know, 100% all in. No gimmicks, no jokes, no sidelines, no sidebars, no catches, no nothing. Like, when are you going to ever know that it's for you? And that's where faith comes in, and prayer, and just asking God to bring me somebody or send me somebody that truly loves me and truly cares for me and wants to do right by me, and one that I can be myself with, and I can give all of my love and my heart to, and they won't turn away. You know, they won't neglect it. They won't give it back. You know, but yeah, so it's hard, but I don't know. Guess you gotta just keep trying. You'll never understand people's actions or why people do the things that they do, and you'll never really know what's in someone's heart for real. The only thing you have to go on is what they say to you, and sometimes you can't even trust that. And that's hard, but you know, you get through it, and you do it again, and that's the beauty of life. So thank you for joining me. I hope this was helpful to you, or it was a piece of my honesty, and I hope that you can appreciate it. So like I said, leave comments or questions, concerns below, and I'll be more than happy to get back to you. Until the next time, thank you for joining. Bye.